we thought we were going to have a very special edition and actually have a full table for the first time, and that didn't happen. But we do have 4 returning players. We've got Flair, our artificer extraordinaire, played by Colin. We've got Prince, Ezra.
Not for long. Okay.
Okay, we may be having stream issues. Hold on.
You can become Steve the plumber.
Steve the plumber. Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
That'd be awesome.
No, I'm changing genders entirely. With my
Okay, sorry about that. We've got a new sound system. We're trying to work all of that out. So Prince Ezra, our Tabaxi. Have you revealed even what you are?
No.
We know you're a cleric.
Tabaxi friend.
Yeah. There's been clues.
Yeah.
That I'm a cleric.
And
Pretty obvious.
Yes.
Casting divine spells.
Yes. Played by Emma. And we've got Poe, our halfling druid, returning played by Bill. And Ben is playing Augustus, a
Swashbuckler.
swashbuckler type, yeah. Augustus Fletcher.
Yep.
Okay. So where we, you can go to the 4-panel hunt. So the where we left off the adventure, we had just finished a kind of a throwback dungeon, right? Kind of throwback monsters and stuff where you defeated a gelatinous cube and some mimics and kind of some of the old school monsters that we don't get to play with anymore. Flair had made a new friend, hopefully, if he could successfully tame it. Chester, the mimic, is already named it.
Good old Chester.
And from there, we're going to assume you've all taken a long rest at that point and left the dungeon. You're not very far from town. So you had been traveling toward the main city of Thessa, which is at the far southern tip of the bay that you've been trying to get to
for a while.
Day. Yes, and everything seems to get in the way, and you're finally going to make it there. So we're also going to try something new. We're going to try and use some music today. See if it works. So sound, I should say. So as you come into town, you see it's a massive wall, but outside of that wall, there's still a lot of like ramshackle buildings and people. So there's parts of the city that have grown outside of the wall that you see as you approach. The main entrance as you come in, there's guards standing there, but there's pretty much a steady stream. They're just every once in a while they're checking like a card or something like that. They're more interested in what's leaving than what's going in for the most part, so that's where we pick up our adventure with our intrepid group finally reaching Thessa. So, what would you like to do as you approach the gates?
The first thing I do is stretch out my hands and say, "Ah, Thessa, my ancestral home."
So, Ezra, are we gonna go see your family and stay with them while we're here?
Yeah, I'd sure like to meet some nobles here.
This is absolutely a possibility. But first, I'm going to need to take my leave of you and take care of some personal matters that have gone neglected in my prolonged absence.
Are you sure? You sure you don't need us to help out?
These are personal matters. It'd be best if I attended to them alone.
Well,
Personal.
just
family
point us
matters.
to your house or somewhere where you can stay. Yeah, we don't.
Oh, you can't miss Palace White Gold. It's
Which
easy to
direction
find.
is it?
north.
Okay, north is the ocean.
Damn.
Did cast like water? I didn't think they did.
North from the main square.
Give us an insight check.
I believe it.
I'm pretty low. I would say a 5 at most. Let me look.
Dirty 1. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 3.
14, no,
Oh no,
15.
mine would be a 4, by the way.
Okay, so makes absolute
Yeah.
sense to you. He probably has a palace on the
All
ocean. And
How do we get to it?
He said north of the square, north of the main square.
North of the main square.
North of the main
Yeah.
square?
Yeah, north of the main
So.
square. That might be right.
Poe will start walking towards one of the guards.
It's
Okay,
been
as-
so long,
as
and
you
I've
walk-
taken so many blows to the head.
as you're walking up, there's a kid that spots you, and he's not dressed well. He's kind of a poor
Yeah.
dress, and you just think first that he's a beggar coming up to you, and he says, new visitors. Do you need a map? I'm selling maps.
No, I think
we don't have any time for you, kid. We're okay.
I'll just ask the guards. They're usually pretty straightforward.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, I'll be just on the other side of the gates. And he shuffles back through. No, wait, unless you want to stop it. Sorry.
Oh, I don't need a map.
You don't need a map.
This is my ancestral home.
How about if I show you a magic trick and I get a map for free?
Well, does the magic trick feed me?
Oh man, he had to say that. Poe just goes, "I'll take a map, kid," and he hands him a gold piece. Is that enough?
Here's your map of the city.
When he said he needed to eat.
Yeah.
I can cook some food if you want it.
I would take some food.
I'll give him a gold piece too. That kind of
yeah,
shames
here's your
me.
map.
I'll give it a
Oh, hey, everybody's getting a map.
And they probably weren't even
Except
cost that
Ezra,
much.
Who already knows his way around the city.
I should have a map in my head, right?
So then I'll like,
Hey.
kid, where's the main square?
So there's various squares throughout the city. There's lots of different districts.
Do you know where Palace White Gold is at?
Palace White Gold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
I'm sure
White Gold
Ezra's sneaking
district
off right now.
must
White
be
Gold
in the
District?
White Gold District. I'm not familiar with the
You got a
palace.
whole district, huh?
Named for us, yes.
That is impressive.
I'll look at the map real quick and I say, do you know where the Druid Grove is on the map by chance?
Yeah, that one you would want to go to the Dryad's Tree. It's in the Brightgate district.
Oh, thank you. And I'll look at the map and see where that's at. Not that I can see where it's at.
Southwest.
Okay. Oh, that's not near where's the White Gold District on here?
Center.
Oh, it's the center.
highlighted.
And where did we come in at?
Yeah, where are we?
You're coming in from the eastern side,
Okay.
right by the shore.
Okay, so that road.
This one right over here.
So-
Okay, got it.
Got you.
Well, thank you.
thanks
I would have asked you a good place to go get a drink, but
There's lots of great
I'm just
places to
assuming
get a
you
drink.
may not be of age, so
There's lots of great places to get
I
to get a
figured.
drink. But if you want me to escort you to one, I can.
Oh,
Only 5 gold.
what we pick?
No, we got the map. We should be good. Well, I like to fill out as I'm going
You're
to
pushing your
a
luck
city.
now.
Okay, and he shuffles off and he goes to get a new mark.
Yeah.
He's looking. Everybody make a perception check.
Remember, I have a 16 passive, so
Good lord.
Okay, actually. you
so
know
I'm
what?
taking my 16 passive.
We should go with your passive
Okay.
in this situation.
Oh,
That's
perception.
better than my roll.
You notice something kind of tugging at one of your purse strings,
Yeah, no.
but you managed to get your hand down in time. And whatever it was, you didn't catch who was doing it, but you caught before they were able to actually cut the string and steal your purse.
Mind your purse strings, lads.
All right. Well, let's head into the city.
All right.
Hopefully this map is accurate.
We're just
Wait,
going
so-
straight to White Gold.
So the one I gave you is a nice computer generated map.
Yeah.
What you actually received is not that good.
Oh, I figured.
It's a 5-year-old crayon drawing of a map,
Okay.
right? But it generally has the layout, right? I mean, it does have the big districts highlighted.
That's good.
And it does have some of the main streets drawn. But it doesn't have like key points of interest or anything like that.
Well,
It's very basic.
I guess we'll see you. Where do you know a place to meet up, Ezra?
We'll meet up.
You got an inn you like to stay at? I mean, I've been out away from drink for a while. I could use one.
I like where your head's at. What are you looking at the map for?
You're looking for a
Ezra knows. Ezra knows, but Emma doesn't.
My
I wasn't sure
my
which
old
one.
live action role playing trick here. Cross your fingers when you're out of character.
You do remember. You have been
Yeah.
there before.
I spent a fair amount of time
A
here.
good place to
Not
bring
where I'm from.
a group would be the Cursed Arrow.
Okay.
It's a very large adventurers inn, so it's like designed for adventurers and travelers that are moving through. And it's built in what was once a large aristocrat's manor. So it's kind of on the fancier side. I mean, it's run down. It's not
Super expensive.
still an
Yeah.
aristocrat's manor,
So-
but it once was.
Where's it at?
In the Dale Ward.
In the Dale Ward?
So the west side.
So on the...
There's also there's multiple ones pretty much in various places throughout the city.
Yeah.
This is a city that's used to getting visitors. So if you tell me the kind of place you're looking for or the area that you're looking, I can tell you what you come across.
I would say adventurers or just not high end.
Yeah.
So that's going to be kind of a middle of the
Yeah.
road in cost location. It's not going to be as cheap as staying down at some ramshackle place.
No, don't want cheap. We got some money.
It's not an aristocrat's
Yeah.
manor
So,
anymore.
the Cursed Arrow.
Okay.
In
All right. Well,
the west of the city, it's a nice
how long
adventurers inn.
how long till you'll get your business done?
Oh, it shouldn't be more than a few hours, I imagine.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Well, we can head in and you had something to do, right, Flair?
Way there first.
The high boats.
We can help escort Flair where he needs to go, and then I can see about going to the Druid Grove.
So Flair, where were you going?
The high boat district, but I'm gonna be next Dale anyway, so
Yeah, it's on the way to the.
yeah.
The Dale?
We do that last
And where was the
Druid
District Grove?
South
Everyone
south of the
everyone
Dale.
else is-
Okay.
so it's got mine last,
Well,
so we're on the way.
Why don't we? Well, we'll go take you to where you need to go, and then
So you're gonna pass right through the White Gold district.
yeah,
on
we'll
your
keep
way.
an eye and look
Yeah,
out.
We
This
can go check out your house while we're walking down.
That won't be necessary. It'll really be much quicker and easier if I
Okay.
can just...
There's also a market you can hit on the way.
Oh,
before you would
okay.
get to the White Gold district.
Well, let's go to the market, and then we'll help Flair out, and then I'll run down to the
Okay, you make-
Druid Grove, and
So you make your way into the city and off to
I'm
the
guessing you're gone now, huh?
off
Ezra?
to the right. Which
I'm
would
gonna
be the
follow
north.
them. I'm gonna go with y'all to the market.
Okay.
And I'll probably mill around the market for a little bit and head to the White Gold District from the market.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Chester's in my bag, right? So if anyone tries to like pickpocket me or take anything in my bag, they're gonna get bit.
Might get bitten,
Right?
including you.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm making sure to not walk by him, having
Just let me not eat my
flashbacks.
stuff.
Yeah, you got almost swallowed by one, didn't you?
I went to death saves for the mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't add my gold.
Oh, I had to
What
use a hit
potions
die
do I have
too
anymore?
last game.
You what?
I had to use a hit die last game too.
We've
Okay,
long
Just a
rested
potion of
though.
climbing it,
Oh,
Yeah, you've long rested
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point. You've got all your spell slots and abilities back. So you come into town. Off to your right, you see the edge of the docks district. The street you're going down kind of separates the docks from a more commercialized area of a market see a thoroughfare that kind of passes to the south and west that goes right in through the center of this market district. That's generally the direction you're trying to go, so you head that direction, and as you come, there's a lot of stores. So this is it's like almost like an outdoor mall.
Okay, yeah, just a lot of
There's-
vendors.
There's buildings that are like dedicated high-end crafters, that
And then
you're walking
stalls.
by, and then there's merchant stalls as well that are kind of arranged around several squares. It's not just one. I mean, it's a very large market district.
This is a chromatic league area, right?
No,
Okay, I was like, if so, I need to put my hood up.
Ezra, do you know anything where they sell like animals, mounts? Or I'll just look around. Do I see anything? Maybe ask one of the vendors.
yeah. Do give me an investigation roll.
Oh, I'm sure that's high
yeah,
too.
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I rolled a 2, and I'm guessing it might be a 3.
And I don't know either. I was at servants that dealt with the
Oh,
animals.
okay.
Yes.
You do see a guy selling songbirds.
Okay.
in cages.
I'll go ask that guy. Yeah, it would have been a 3. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a place to buy like a dog for a mount, like a mastiff.
A mastiff.
Yeah. Do you know if they have any here? I mean, and I want it to look like this, and I turn into a mastiff, and then I'll
And he
just unwild
jumps
shape and jump back.
Uh,
Have you seen anything?
no, and you probably can't ride my birds, but
No.
uh,
I don't need a bird.
Messing
you know,
with them.
maybe down by the docks you can
Oh,
find a
okay.
stray. As far as
Well,
I mean, there may be a pet store that I'm not aware of in one of the other market districts, but I really
all right. Well, thank you. Thank you.
hang
I
out
can't-
here.
I'll sleep over. I guess I'll just ask the druid. Maybe he or she should know.
I know back my homeland, the nobles tended to have big dogs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe I'll keep an eye out
Ezra,
for a
you know-
stray too.
We don't
Dang.
like dogs in our family.
yeah, that's fair. I apologize.
Is there a dog thing?
He's a cat.
He's a cat. All right. So that
Dogs and cats living together. Mass
Mass
hysteria.
hysteria.
I will. Since you said stray dogs, I will keep an eye out for stray dogs.
Okay.
Something large enough I can.
What? You got what?
No sound.
You can't hear us? We're gonna try and correct some sound issues.
We all need to turn up.
Has everybody got their mics on?
My mic should be on.
Yeah.
The lights on.
Yeah. They were working earlier. Gonna just throw Ezra out there. I was wanting a tour of the palace.
I was wanting some connections, you know? Sounds like a way nobler family than mine.
Unfortunately, most of us are rolling insight checks so low we believe every word you say.
I have a -1 on insight. Or, yeah, -1.
I got a 1.
No, I mean, like my
Yeah.
modifier. This is awful. How do you have a 1 modifier? It's a wisdom.
Oh, insight is?
Yeah.
Yeah, insight's
Oh.
wisdom.
Then I have a little higher, but it's not. I'm not skilled in it. I know that. Oh, it would have been 4. So when I rolled, I would have had a 7.
A little bit.
I rolled a 3. I used up one of my wild shapes. I better mark that, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna out of game ask you about that decision. I mean, we're in
I
time.
waste them all the time.
Yeah, we're in time. Is it short rest or long rest?
It's short rest
Oh,
for
that's not bad.
wild shapes, I believe. I could be
Is
wrong.
it based off your proficiency or your?
No, you just
wisdom?
get so many a day.
Oh, you know what?
Do you not have them turned up all the way?
I didn't.
Got me a new.
How about now?
A new
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
How does it sound? Good?
Hello.
I'm hoping it's better.
Let's see what we got.
All right, we're gonna restart. So, as you can see, we've got a new sound system. We've been working to try and get our sound issues resolved, and so we have a new sound system, and we did not apparently have it set up correctly. So my apologies. Brief summary: the groups made their way into Thessa, and they've started shopping. So if any of that wasn't caught,
And we grilled Ezra on going to see his palace.
You grilled me.
We asked nicely, and he declined. really abruptly. And then we all just believed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ocean Palace.
All right. Oh. Need to actually do a long rest because I had spell slots used.
Okay.
Where is the long rest on the app? Oh, there it is. Never mind.
All right, you're in the market.
All right.
You were looking for a dog.
Yeah.
You were
man.
indicated that it's the best bet is probably to find a stray.
A stray, or I'll talk to the druid.
Or talk, yeah. And then,
The bird dude was pissed I wasn't buying a bird.
yeah, he wanted to sell you a songbird, but you weren't interested in a songbird apparently. Okay, what else?
I will mark that down on my sheet of things I've seen, though.
You have seen a songbird. You have seen parakeets
I've seen a lot of birds, I'm sure.
and, yeah, various songbirds.
All right. Where to? Anybody else need anything? I don't really need anything.
I'm
You
just
know,
ready for that.
Because
ale.
you have earned some money, and this is really your first
Yeah.
chance to do any
I
shopping.
have. I've given away most of my gold, and I still have 200, over 200 gold.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm pretty self-sufficient as it is.
Ezra, anything you need from the market?
I thought I had a list somewhere of some things I wanted, but I think I'm actually saving my money because I don't think I have enough to get anything I really
Fire.
want.
How expensive are healing potions?
50 gold apiece.
I do have one question.
Yes, and there's plenty of stalls selling like your common magic items like that, like healing potions and stuff like that.
I'll probably just-
How is
I'll probably just
everybody
buy one
doing
of
on
those.
healing potions?
Sure,
I
you come
don't
across a
have any
stall,
of them.
get one.
I've
We
been playing
we
all
had
this stuff.
2. I don't know if we split.
I
them up.
have 11 healing potions.
How do you have 11? You
I'm
take them
not
all?
sure.
I take that back. I will. If you share that.
How did you get
information.
11 healing potions?
It was on my.
Did you just snake all the healing potions?
Yeah,
might have.
I think
Okay.
I've been
I've been not keeping
I've been
them.
holding them.
Okay.
All I have is potion of climbing.
I think we found
Yeah.
a bunch of them at some point. Y'all decided to have me carry them because I'm the cleric or something like
Yeah,
that.
because you're so trustworthy too.
Yeah, I'm an extremely trustworthy individual.
Yeah, you might want to distribute those a little bit if you've got
I am
11
actually, I am definitely going to. I'd say, yeah, I need 3 for all of them. I'll keep 2.
Okay, cool.
of them.
Are
I
there,
can, yeah.
are there firearms in your game?
Yes, exceptionally rare.
Okay, because that's one of the few things I have proficiencies in, so I've been intending to look for one of those.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
What level of potion was it? Lesser.
That's
Just-
6.
it's just
but
a regular
without
potion.
my modifier. Let me see.
Should just be
Like,
potion
yeah,
of healing.
My modifier is going to make much of a difference.
Yeah, that's going to be fairly rare shop to find.
Yeah, the main one's just
So-
So
potion
yeah,
of
it's just going
healing.
to be a 10.
Yeah, you
Shows
don't
up
see
in
one in
every
this
other one
market
first.
district.
Okay.
It'll be white too, so potion of healing.
Inventory.
Someone says you do come across one individual who says you might be able to find somebody if you find the right kind of person down by the
I'll
docks.
find.
Dogs? Alright, I'm going to write that. Dogs.
What the heck?
Yeah, I was proving to you that I was.
Oh,
I'll
don't
take
do
it.
potion. Don't do it as potion. Just do all gear because it's considered. It's not considered magical.
Oh.
Okay.
I think it's the thing.
Well, I don't have magical. I'll do it, so.
So as the group makes their way through the merchant district and the market district,
Mhm.
the road comes across another city wall. So this is like an inner city
Okay.
wall
Yeah.
that maybe was the original city.
Was that on the map we bought?
Yeah.
Overpriced map?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The overpriced, mostly accurate map.
Yeah, it's got all the major
Guilt
points.
trip.
Poe will be like marking things on the map when he's going through,
Sure.
you know, things that interest him. Like
Right.
maybe taverns that look
Whenever,
interesting.
yeah, whenever you see a squirrel.
Yeah.
right?
No, I won't mark where animals are at.
Oh, okay.
Once I saw
remember
that,
that.
it was written so like in crayon, I just out of frustration crumple it up and toss it.
Okay.
You just kind of felt bad for the kid.
Not anymore.
After
I did.
I
So I guess
respect the kid. He's got moxie. I'm not gonna tell him that though.
Oh no, I'm using the map. I'm gonna mark things on it.
So, as you come to the next, yes.
Can I attempt, like, as we go along, try to mark over the map with more accurate detail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would that be, or?
Well, it'd be like a cartography skill. So,
It's probably intelligence.
yeah, just give me an intelligence check.
Oh, then I should.
And if you, I'm not gonna make it a hard DC.
I got a 17.
Yeah, you no problem.
Very nice.
And you're able to kind of correct his. He didn't have north exactly pointed north, so you were able to actually draw a new compass rose.
I'm
on
not
it.
doing it to that
No.
point. I'm just marking like this place looks good to drink at.
It was a DC of 5.
Yeah.
He got a 17. I had to give him something. So, all right. So basically, as long as you didn't poke your writing implement through the paper, you succeeded. So, okay. You come to the next gates. These are not guarded, but as you pass through, you can tell you have entered a whole nother area.
It's a little nicer.
It is brilliant. The streets are they're not paved with gold, but they are of like this pristine marble. The whole plaza,
Is this the white gold district?
yes.
Huh.
And you see
I thought he said he was a minor noble.
obelisks.
Ezra, this is your family?
You
Or have
see
you
these.
dipped out already?
Yeah, y'all like
Go to look
turn-
back
y'all
and he's
turn
gone.
to ask me like, is this your family's? And I'm gone.
I think I didn't hurt his feelings with the question about the dog, did I?
I don't know. I turned into a dog. maybe that was the
Scared?
problem. Yeah, maybe. But he did say he had some business.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. As you see these obelisks that are like lining the street, like you would you might see like trees that line a street, except it's actually these obelisks of obsidian that are just gorgeous the way they've
So
done all this.
it's like white marble, then black obsidian obelisk.
Yes,
That's pretty cool.
And there's and all of the buildings are gilded. They all are gilded in some precious metal. So like either gold or silver or something along those lines. And they're just it's absolutely and everything is perfectly pristine. It is very well taken care of. And you see servants and cleaning staff and everybody running around. They're constantly busy taking care of this area. And as you look around offset off of this promenade that you're going down, offset to either side, you see these temples with priests and clerics and priestesses going in and out of these temples, and it seems to be a very much a religious center for the city, and they've focused on making sure that it is absolutely a perfect
Is there
condition.
normal people walking through this too? Like
Yeah.
still quite about the same amount as the other districts and stuff, or a little less?
Maybe not as much as in the market district. It's not as busy, but definitely as busy as.
Is there a guard presence around? Like
Yeah, there are
noticeably?
guards, but what you notice is they're actually they seem to be guards for the specific temples.
Okay. All right. I
So
was
we're
just
not
curious.
getting any odd looks or anything like that walking through.
No, you're not getting odd looks. No, but you also haven't approached any of the temples. You're walking down the promenade.
Any of the symbols look recognizable for the temples as we're walking?
Oh yeah. You definitely recognize some of the symbols.
Not my
Give
temples.
me a religion check.
I worship a halfling deity. Pretty high. 15 plus some stuff.
Yeah, you recognize some of the iconography for many of the chief gods in the pantheon that's worshipped
I got an
in this
18.
area.
Yeah. So just the normal gods.
You notice that nothing that is outside of that pantheon is represented, right? And you know that these you worship a different god than the. Not everybody worships,
I know
in
that.
pantheon, but all like your Ta, I think
Ta.
is represented. There's all of the Egyptian gods that are common to be represented.
The
in
gods
area.
in the other town, what was it? The other city, not Thessa. What was the one we went? The other big city.
Oh, where you started.
Yeah.
That was
Throwing the DM out there.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
doggone it. It has been a while. It was like the Minoan type city.
Yeah.
With the Minotaurs and the female dominated. And all the men were like wearing the equivalent of
I probably have it in here.
Borat suits.
Little male chastity belts.
I mean, they were the men were the eye candy in that district or in that city.
Oh yeah, I actually worship 2 deities, so.
And that deity has like a corresponding deity in the Egyptian pantheon as well.
Well, yeah, it's the halfling.
The one that's primarily worshipped where you came from. It was
Kalimda. Kalimda is the other one.
Kalimda. Yeah, she was like a
That's
god,
the city.
the main
Yandala
goddess
is the main.
of the sea. And,
The
sorry?
Kalimda is the city.
Yes.
And then,
Some
I worship
age.
2. But yeah, that's fine.
Can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, that god is represented here, but it goes by a different name.
Okay.
May I find someone and just ask, why is there no parade for the prince's return? I just want to make sure you made it home safe.
The prince's return.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Who are you approaching first of all? So you see
Let's
a
say priest.
there's guards. Okay, there's priests. You approach one of the priests. What prince return?
Prince Ezra.
Prince Ezra.
Tabaxi of the White Prince. Oh, Ezra Whitegold.
Oh, Ezra Whitegold. Yeah, he's been dead for like 6 months.
Preposterous. We were with him this afternoon.
Dwarf guy. Long beard.
Tabaxi?
No, someone has pulled your leg, my friend.
There are 2 families, 2 white golds, maybe.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I am only aware of the white golds
Maybe
that
there's something suspicious.
the whole
about that
district
guy.
around here is named after, and they were, an artisan group that built all of the stonework here, and as their donation to the gods,
Well,
and that's why it was named after them.
we
Where'd
can
you all meet that cat?
in a forest.
This priest needs to do
In a
their
jungle?
homework. I mean, they don't know who their own prince
Yeah.
is?
You're still in denial.
Flair, we'll ask him later when we see him.
He ain't coming back.
Yeah, he'll come back.
Oh.
He gave us the
Why
cursed
think-
arrow.
why
I think he'll
he
come
ran
back.
away? We're about to discover who he was.
He wouldn't have given
Or
us all
wasn't.
those healing potions before he left.
Yeah,
if
that
he
was
wasn't
nice
coming
of
back.
him. At least he did that before he ran.
It's good to make friends to fall back on when things
So,
fall apart.
I guess we'll just continue on admiring the district.
Okay.
And
Any of you need to visit any of the temples?
no, they don't have a temple for me here. My temple's the Druidic Grove. But I think we were gonna just continue our way to meet up with Flair's contact. He had to get something from.
Yeah, they're not.
Meanwhile, keeping an eye open for a mastiff-sized dog
14
running loose.
dogs.
I don't think there's going to be any loose in this part of the city, but
I'll say you can do a an investigation check each time we enter a new district.
okay. Yeah, I'm not
Can
even
I-
going to try on this district.
Can I aid him? Because I'll be
Sure.
helping him
Roll
out.
with advantage if you're going to be focusing on that.
When we get to the next district, I will. But I figured the white gold district ain't going to have any stray dogs.
Just see a pack of them all of a sudden.
We get attacked by stray dogs in the temple district.
And you see a couple of families approaching, like some of the different temples. They're coming for some sort of religious observance or something. And so you see that people are also going in and out of the temples, not just sightseeing.
Yes.
But it's most people are there on that business. Like most of the people that are going in and out are priests.
And you say
obviously.
this is the Egyptians, right?
Egyptian pantheon, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Is this like the capital city of the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do we know? Is there like a king? Do we kind of know the
It's
hierarchy layout?
you wouldn't know probably.
All right. So I will.
There is
Jamie, if I see
Yeah.
a temple to Osiris, which I'm sure I will see here,
yeah, definitely.
I will go up and speak with one of the priests that's just outside.
Okay, so
and-
as you come up, there's you see there's 4 guards that are standing.
This is one of the bigger ones too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Excuse me, sirs. Can I? I need to speak with one of the priests, just real quick. I don't need to go into the temple. Is there one that's nearby?
Wait here, and he goes inside and he hits a gong, and then he comes back out. And you wait for maybe about 7 to 10 minutes, a little less than 10 minutes,
Jeez.
and a guy comes out and says, "How can I help you, my
Oh,
son?"
nice to meet. I'm Poe. Nice to meet you. I'm a follower of Yundala and another halfling deity due to nature, but I'm a druid, and I respect your goddess, and I just wanted to make this offering, and I'll hand him 10 gold pieces
Okay.
as I'm passing through. So
Well,
have a nice day.
we appreciate
That's
your
all I'm going to do.
we appreciate your offering, and he gives you makes some
Yeah.
religious gesture at you, and
I have no idea what it means, but
yeah, it's
I just know it's the goddess of
He
nature.
just flipped you off.
yeah. And then he takes the money and goes back inside.
It took a little longer to get somebody. I figured throw them gold and. You know,
So I get. Now I'm starting to be curious about how much money you're
Bill.
carrying around.
but had to look up which was the nature deity.
Well, you would get that's to represent the blessing
Yeah,
that he gave you is a couple of fate points.
that's fine.
Are you noble from where you come from?
Oh no.
You just stack cash, huh?
Well, we found quite a bit along the way. I gave most of it away, but
I noticed.
I don't have any issue. I don't have any need for the money really. Nature-
Feel
nature-
free to throw something my way.
Nature provides for me.
Okay.
Okay. So you finished up your time in the White Gold District. You did not notice any palaces
Yeah.
in the White Gold
It's
District.
just temples.
It's just temples.
Okay.
Was any temple standing above the rest? They were all kind of equal footing, or?
Yeah, maybe they were. But it's not noticeably
Okay.
but yeah, they're not necessarily all at equal height. But
Right, but nothing was like.
So like the main
obviously-
Egyptian gods were probably a little bit bigger than the lesser ones. Kind of
Yeah.
like
You're-
Horus and Set and Ra and Osiris. The big ones are probably
big ones would have been a very well center.
A little bit more action going in now.
Right.
Okay.
So all right.
But yeah, pretty much all of the Egyptian pantheon would be represented there in some way. If it may be there is an area where there's it's set aside for the minor gods that maybe they don't have their own temple, but they've got an area
Like a
where
shrine or
their
something.
priests, shrines, and their priests would operate.
All right. So
or
we will.
followers would be allowed to come and through the whatever observance.
I guess
thing.
we'll move into the next district and head towards where we need to go for flare.
Okay, so you enter into the No, you're going into
The Dale.
Bright Gate District.
Oh, Bright Gate.
Which is
Where the Druid Grove
Where
is.
the Druid Grove is. Although it's, let me bring it up. As you come into it, you'll
Am I
notice
doing
some
perception when I go into these for the
things. Investigation.
So 13.
Get advantage. Too.
Yeah, I did.
So yeah, you do see a. Let's see, what kind of dog would you come across? You're looking for a mastiff.
Yeah, something big
but-
enough I can ride.
Shit.
So it's got to be medium size.
Okay, we'll go odd or even. Yeah, you do. You see a dog, that's kind of chasing this squirrel, and it runs it up a tree, and it's sitting there barking at the squirrel as you come through.
Oh, okay.
Before we get, let's say it's a border collie.
A border collie.
That's respectable.
Yeah, I could ride a border collie.
It could have been a lot, man.
A big border collie.
Like a big. No, border collies can get pretty big. You know what? I will bring it a trail ration.
Okay, so you're gonna make an attempt to tame it.
Yes. No, I'm not gonna attempt to tame it. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna talk to the druid and see about getting a mastiff.
Okay.
I want something that's a little bit better trained.
Okay.
But I will go feed this thing.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh yeah. Not very good at those. It was a 19.
Yeah, he comes right up and takes it right out of your hand. You get the impression this dog's been fed well.
Oh, okay. I'll just
Maybe he's
pat him
the
on the head.
mascot of the area. He's obviously a stray, but he's friendly.
He's
and,
neighborhood dog.
Yeah, and he starts kind of nudging up against you and sticks his snout underneath your hand and pokes it up like he wants more attention.
Oh, I'll
more
just
food.
pat him and say, you have a good one. Keep those squirrels on their toes, and then I'll just keep walking off.
Okay, so you're trying to distance yourself
Yeah.
from. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh my god. That is a 13.
Yeah, he follows you for a little while, but after a while he gets the idea he's not getting any more food,
Yeah.
and he sees another squirrel and he's off like a dart.
So, are we gonna go to Ezra now? You want to jump over to Ezra real quick, or?
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to.
I want to see what Ezra's doing.
Okay. Let's see if this works with you. So before I had to flee Thessa, before they found me, I had just taken Ezra's identity, and I've got a safety deposit box slip under his name,
Okay.
and I'm dying to see if I could go to the bank and get into this dude's safety deposit box, because I
Okay.
wasn't able to do it before I left.
All right. There's a place for that.
I'm not particularly smart. I'm bad with details.
Dwarf.
My
that's
instincts are good, but
You know when the gig's up, but you.
I've got 10 intelligence. I'm not a very smart confidence trickster.
You're average.
Okay, so you make your way over to the Silverwall district. Silverwall district.
Okay.
And there is a. They call themselves the Banking Guild. They kind of function like a bank in a lot of ways. Typically, what they do is if you come in and you give them items or gold, and they give you a slip of paper that indicates the value of what you've given over to them, and then when you you arrive at the other destination, you would be able to give them that slip of paper, and they would give you that equivalent in goods or money.
I'm gonna be rich.
And
I'm gonna
so,
be rich.
So what you've got is that slip, right?
Yes.
And so when you turn it in, now let's do a little background here. So you've got this slip, and you are coming in to take a dead man's goods. Okay.
A dead horse.
Give me a
Oh God.
investigation check on the slip of paper.
Perfect. Huh, 15.
Okay, so you notice that it does have reference that there are confirmation questions required in order to validate, and it's got a series of numbers that are written down in the bottom.
This would have been so much better if you would have failed this roll.
I was
And
hoping.
you're able
I
to
was
determine-
hoping so because
you're-
my investigation is
Because this
zero.
series of numbers through your investigation, you get the impression that this is some sort of validation check that they're going to run against you. That number decodes into something.
Man, but I want to be rich. This is complicated.
So you approach the counter.
Okay.
What do you want to do? This human woman is standing behind the corner or behind the counter at this. It's think of like a bank teller like position, and they're moving at the speed of the DMV,
Okay.
and you finally waiting in line, and you finally get up there after about 30 minutes of waiting. You finally get up to the front of the line, and you get called up, and she doesn't even look up at you and just says, "Yes."
All right. I'm going to. Since it's a nice, simple spell with just a vocal component.
Charm person, huh?
I'm going to.
That's drastic.
I'm gonna hand her the paper, and I'm gonna cast command and just say withdrawal.
Okay.
And
So she takes the paper. She looks at it. She hears the word. Is there a saving throw against that?
I'm reading right now.
I think I'm pretty sure there is.
Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
What's your DC?
My DC for that, I'm going to cast it at 2nd level. So it's going to be 14.
So we
14.
can double run out.
So you make that effort, and she takes the paper and she looks at it, and as you say withdraw, this like weird look comes over her eyes, but quickly fades. She says, "Okay," and she puts it down. She pulls out this book, and she looks at this paper, and she starts going through the book, and she's turning the pages,
Oh,
and
God.
she's turning the pages, and then she finds something, and she says, "Okay, passphrase, please."
I'm gonna see if this works. I'm just going to try command again
Mhm.
and just say passphrase.
I'm not sure how that would work. Explain to me how that would work.
Basically, I'm trying to use command to like trick her into thinking I just said the passphrase.
It's not really what that's for.
Okay. I'm
Do you-
totally
do
okay
you
with
got-
it failing.
Do you have like charm person or
I do
or
have,
friends?
I do have.
It could just
I
be
don't
no.
have friends right now. But trying to get through this with spells is pretty much the only thing I have going for me. And that's pretty much the only one I think that's gonna work.
Could try your charisma, or
You know what? I will.
don't forget you have certain other abilities as a trickster cleric that might allow you to see that book.
I forgot.
Let's see. What do I have?
That's a
that
big
can-
hint.
Yeah,
That was a big hint.
it's one of your divine. What do they call it?
Divine,
Like,
it's not intervention. Is it?
No. it's-
Okay, she's starting to get a little impatient with you. What's the passphrase? Give me the passphrase,
my
or come back
goodness.
another day.
Oh my goodness! And then I'm going to. It's an illusion of myself. My double can't see I can't see what my double sees, and that's kind of. That would be pretty
Oh, okay.
obvious.
Okay.
Also, if like another one of me just like popped up behind her, just like in the book, someone's gonna see that.
Not like I'm Ezra Weigel.
I'm gonna try a charisma check.
Back from the
Okay, you're just gonna try.
No,
and,
yeah, I'm gonna try to brute force my way through.
You're gonna
this.
try and deceive your way through it.
Basically just say like, just
Okay.
try
This
a
is-
do you
this'll
know who I am sort of thing.
This will
like,
be a tough roll.
do you know who I
Go
am? I'm
ahead.
Prince Ezra Whitegold, and I've been trapped in the goddamn wilderness for months, and I'm filthy, and I need my things now. I need my things now. Tell her.
Okay, give me a deception roll. It's gonna be a tough check.
Good God, 19.
I'm sorry, but without the passphrase, I cannot give these goods over. You have to understand. I get fired. Sorry.
Oh, you'll get worse.
Sorry, sir.
You'll get worse than fired when the guild hears about how I've been treated.
Supervisor.
Just gonna Karen my way through this.
And this Triton gentleman comes up, shuffles up. He's got blue skin, and he's looks dry. Okay,
Yeah.
he does not look like he's gotten the moisture he should have gotten today. Maybe not in a good mood. And he says, "What seems to be the problem here?"
I'm Prince Ezra Whitegold, and I am trying to retrieve the value that's owed to me.
All right, what's the passphrase?
Damn, I'm really trying hard to make a scene here. I don't remember the passphrase. I've been kidnapped and sold into slavery and it's been a hellish 6 months, I tell you. A hellish 6 months out in the wilderness, filthy, stinking, surrounded by buffoons.
Give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
I would say that's more intimidation.
All right. No, yeah, the Karen is moving towards intimidation now. Can I roll bad, please? 16.
Yeah, he's
He's not having it. Okay.
He's already having a bad day. He's just looking forward to his bath, and he has no interest in dealing with
It's
you.
a dry heat.
It's rough.
Well, your supervisor will be hearing about this. I storm out.
Okay,
And,
sir, do you want this?
yes. Well, I guess the only way to figure this out is to go back to Prince Ezra's house, which is a super bad idea. And I'm aware that it's a super bad idea, but I'm out of options here. 258 gold is not enough for what I'm trying to do with my life.
Okay. So you're gonna make your way to the real Ezra's house on your own.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So while you're making your way there, you've made your Karen moment.
I'm really trying hard.
That was full blown Karen. That was good. That was good. We will come back to our other group, which has just entered the what was it?
The Bright Gold
Bright
District.
Gate.
I guess we're going to the Druid Grove first since we're there.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
I was just going like on the way
All right.
as you went across town.
Could I find like a street vendor that sells like kebabs or just any food?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're all.
Oh
over the
yeah,
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would definitely be able to find the vendor.
Can I just pick something up? Something that a mimic would like. I don't know what that would be.
Yeah,
Organic.
Say five copper, and you get this this really nice looking meat kebab.
And you
You're
just
not
open it
sure
up
what
and
kind
you
of
just
meat it
drop it
was,
in there.
but it's meat. And
You're not
Yeah.
gonna feed that thing, are you?
Well, how else am I going to make him my pet?
You saw what his mom did to me.
You know,
Because he thought you were food.
you know, that's not a really.
We are food it.
It's not a natural creature. You know, it's just gonna get bigger and probably eat you
Thank you.
Or
in your sleep.
or keep my stuff.
All right. Well, just from now on, you sleep on one side of camp. Can we put that thing in a chest? Your bag in a chest at night?
All I'm saying is I have something that
you take
I'm
that
raising.
chest, you put it in a chest.
You want to
take
put
that
Chester in
put
a
it in a
chest.
chest.
Chester
That's
in a
messed
chest.
up, yo.
Nail that chest to yourself and smash it with a hammer.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I'm
I'm
molding this mimic as it
Okay.
grows up, and you're trying to find a dog that has already been hardened to the streets.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Hey, that was a nice little puppy.
It's a difference between an animal and a monstrosity that's
Whose
goal
mom
in,
tried to eat us.
whose whole goal in life is to eat things.
I'm sure dogs have eaten people in the past.
Yeah, but it takes a lot for an
Take
animal to
tags.
get there.
And
You just
we
went
are-
through the forest and there was a whole bunch of animals that tried to eat you.
Yeah, but they were probably hungry.
So
was
what if you
Chester.
find a hungry
It's an
dog?
unnatural creature.
And so we'll keep Chester full.
You'll keep Chester full. I ain't going near
He's
him.
already taken a bite out of your finger.
Yeah, it's like I just started
So,
feeding
all right.
Chester.
As we're making this way to the Druid Grove.
He's walking around with a bandage around his one of his fingers. I'll feed it.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go in here real quick and.
Okay,
Can you roll animal
so
handling
so
roll?
you
It's not
come
even
into this
animal
area.
Dexterity save.
You walk past this sort of depression area. There's like a hillside that goes down to this depression area, and it's sort of like a natural pavilion, and it's got some like wooden structures that are built up to kind of like frame it in, but it looks like some place that they would put on speeches or performances, music,
Oh, the Druid Grove.
plays, something like that. And you see a sign. Do you read Sylvan?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it reads the Sylvan Pavilion.
That's because you get it as a druid. That's how I know I speak it.
Okay, and so as
Speech of the woods.
you walk past that, you see a large wood carver's workshop built around a large hazel tree called Monter's Woodwork. And then you come to it just seems like this area is just kind of separated, like these different pockets of manicured park.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so it's a very manicured sort of nature, but everything is wooden or organic. It's all natural. There's not a
Not
lot
like
of
the stonework. and-
metal
yeah.
or stone. It's all
So
very,
it's contrast to the rest of the city, pretty much.
yeah. You definitely feel a difference to this area, which is weird. They call it the Bright Gate District, but it is very nature oriented.
Oh, the whole district is like that.
The whole
Oh, okay.
district is like this, and there's a you see this one very large tree that stands alone by itself, and then you keep looking around, and you see what looks to be maybe like a druid's grove, because it's got like this clearing, and there's animals, but it's still very manicured for you've been out in
more wild-
nature. You're
wild
used
stuff,
to the
yeah.
more wild nature. This is a very administered nature, but it's all very healthy. Everything is lush. It's just manicured.
Yeah, that only takes a second level druid spell to do.
So, Druidcraft, you can do it.
No, there's that plant growth spell.
Well,
Okay.
you may not be super impressed, but Augustus. is
Yeah.
impressed.
So I'll just look around. I'll head towards the big tree. That makes sense.
Okay. So you approach this big tree, and you see a blind man who's kind of sitting at the base of the tree. It's human, just kind of sitting there. He's got like a hat sitting out in front of him. He's sitting on a blanket with the tree at his back. And he senses you approach, and he says, "A story for a copper."
Oh. I'll toss a coin in his hat.
So
It was a gold coin, not a copper.
all right. He goes. He hears it fall in, and it clinks with the other coins that are sitting in there. And he hears it, and he goes, "Oh, well, thank you for your generosity, sir."
Oh, no problem.
So long ago, this tree was the home of a dryad, and it administered this whole area, and it's why everything is so lush in this area, why it was kept this way for all of these years. Now the dryad has not been seen in ages, but you can still feel the effects in this area, and that's why anyone who kisses the tree will be lucky for the rest of the day.
No.
I kissed the tree.
You kiss the tree.
Augustus doesn't even wait.
Okay, you kiss the tree. Give me a wisdom save.
Probably 7. Yeah, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are really drawn to this tree, and next thing you know, you're going around and you're like, picking off like a blemish here, and like picking up a blade of grass and trimming around
They're
the
just doing
tree.
a terrible job of taking care
Huh.
of this thing. It's so
Maybe-
beautifully needed.
This seems strange
There's
to
some-
Poe,
He's-
probably, right?
He seems to be a little obsessed about taking care of this tree.
Oh, is there something you can do?
I
Cast
just-
something? I mean, look at this.
Now,
Yes.
Oh no, I can do something later, and I'll pull Augustus away from it. He's
Okay.
probably not acting normal, I'm guessing.
he's not charmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a beautiful tree.
It's just he really is interested in this tree. He's fascinated with it
It's
now.
a nice tree, but it's nicer ones where I came from.
No, there's no way. Look at this thing. Look how tall
I
it
live
is.
in a whole
And
forest.
as you look at the tree, you get a sensual feeling coming
Oh, it's
over
like
you,
it's a dryad, and the tree is the dryad.
and you
I kind of put my arms
you
over the
always
front
kind of
my
laughed
pants.
at tree huggers,
Yeah.
but now you're thinking they were onto something.
I
He
start
just
to-
hugs the
I
tree.
start
He,
to
he hugs the tree.
kind of, like a
And you
cat.
feel this-
Kind of nuzzles.
You
I
feel
start
this.
to-
You feel this warm,
Huh.
feeling. Yeah. You can get up and walk away from the tree. You're not forced. You're not compelled. But you have a strong inclination.
This feels
toward it.
normal. It doesn't feel weird doing that. Probably. You ever just
I touch trees
back
lots of
home,
times.
just
I'm
kind
more,
of
more of an animal guy though, but so I'll just like, oh,
Come on, give it a try.
thank you for the story, sir. Is there a druid who tends to this grove now that the dryad is gone?
Well, this isn't a druid's grove. The druid's grove is over there.
Oh.
And he points over to a well manicured area where there's.
Oh, well, thank you. So what's special about this tree then?
This is the dryad's tree.
Oh, okay. Well,
What's
thank
a
you.
dryad?
They're like a woodland being. They can shapeshift. They live in trees
They
basically.
live in trees.
there one?
They're like the spirit of the soul of a tree.
So there's one inside this one?
Yes, there is.
I told you it was special.
Yeah. But she's
And
trapped.
she likes you.
She's trapped in the tree.
It's a sheep?
They're all female,
Okay.
so it's okay. You can come back later.
Well, I mean, we can stay for a while, right?
We're gonna go to the Druid Grove. I'll just start walking towards the grove, whether he follows me or not.
Okay. For the rest of the day, you can re-roll any saving throw or skill check or like attack roll. Any sort of one-time re-roll.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll continue up to the other place,
I'll
the Druid Grove.
I'll reluctantly follow.
Yeah, hey,
along
hey,
with
Flair,
you.
if he doesn't follow, just get Chester out,
Oh, yeah, sure.
You keep that thing in there.
Yeah.
and I'll walk up to the Druid Grove.
Okay, you walk up to the Druid Grove, and you see some. There are some druids.
Yeah.
There's a couple of oddly anthropomorphic deer that are kind of prancing around the area.
Probably like shapeshifted.
Yeah.
I will go up to just one of them, just the
Okay.
closest one. Excuse me. I'm looking for, I guess, whoever tends to this grove.
Well,
Is there a main archdruid or
Well,
is it just a group effort?
it's just we just kind of all take care of it.
Okay. Who is the oldest among you that's been here the longest?
That would be Honsiasu.
All right. How do you spell that?
HONSIESU.
Is this all uncommon?
Yes. This
So,
unless you want to be talking
Where
to Sylvan.
where is he at?
Oh, he's around here somewhere.
Oh. Because I've been traveling all over. We came from Kalimda, shipwrecked. He came in from the east, but in my travels recently, I've noticed a lot of strange natural events, and I was curious if anyone here might have noticed the same.
You see this owl that just descends from one of the trees around you and lands and then transforms into a
Yeah.
male dwarf. He's got straight gray hair and amber eyes. He wears leather armor and he's holding a quarterstaff.
Oh.
And he greets you very friendly. He's very friendly. Oh, well met. What have you been out in the wilds? Tell me. I must hear your stories. I've been
well-
here for so long.
Yeah, well, I'll just give him the quick down and dirty version. Maybe some of the other things I saw before that, but
What specifically are you bringing up to him?
well, some of the things I've noticed that you said I had noticed on my travels, but mainly the ship thing with the water and the storm that hit out of, because it kind of hit out of
The
nowhere.
strange.
Yeah.
The strange. He says, "Yeah, I've heard of that. That there's some weird weather patterns going on. Something's unnatural going on in the bay.
And then I will.
But I don't know what it could be.
I'll
causing.
mention the thing in the cave.
You'll mention.
Yeah, where that portal to whatever that creature was, and it got
Okay,
shut.
he'll have to do a check.
I'm thinking that might be related, but I'm not sure.
He says that. So it sounds like it was a portal to another plane.
Yes.
The way you've described it.
Mhm.
As to what specific kind of creature it was you saw, I mean, other than you told me about the
Was it marrow or
marrow,
Yeah.
and there was another kind.
There was Sahuagin, right?
Yeah. Other than those, which that's
Yeah.
not that weird to see them. Other than seeing them work together, that's
Yeah.
a little weird. But it's not weird that they would be around. But the
Oh.
creature that you saw, I'm probably not the best person to talk about that. That sounds like something maybe someone more arcane
Oh, okay.
may
Well,
be able to help you with that. That's definitely not something of the natural world.
I was just reaching out to see if there was anything else that you've noticed in Thessa, and it's my first time here, so.
You might check at the Tower of Erudition.
Tower of.
Erudition.
probably spelled it wrong, but that's all right. All right. Well,
And
this
and
is
I
a-
can tell you where that's
yeah,
at later.
this is a beautiful grove. The tree over there, the guy is a little weird, but
Oh yeah,
I still love the tree. It really is.
that's Tanilian. Yeah,
okay.
Tanilian?
she's a flirt.
oh, does
But
she
just with me,
doesn't
though.
never come out.
I've never seen her come out,
Yeah, it's probably because the city. But yeah.
but she's a flirt.
Well, thank you.
Oh, with everybody, right?
Huh?
Oh, with everybody, right?
If my business keeps me in the city, I will try to come by and help tend to this.
Oh, you're always welcome.
Yes.
And you see him go over there and he like makes a rose bush
So,
just
like,
like be a
druid
little
craft.
bit more full,
Yeah. All right.
a little bit better.
All right.
And then he walks up through another hedge and he just does some druid craft over it and it just like straightens out so it's nice and even.
Yes.
Hey, you should do a little bit better job with Tanilian. You're growing up around her. Take better care.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, do that.
So probably nothing I hadn't seen my grandmother do before in the grove back home. So, but all right.
No,
Flair.
no, it would be totally
Yeah.
normal activity that
Yeah.
you were witnessing. There was nothing out of the ordinary.
So I'm not like impressed because I've seen it.
It's not. No,
Yeah.
it's not the most. Well, it's not the most wild
Yeah,
nature
it's
of environments. This
probably
is a
was
very
at one
well
point.
tended, protected area that's got a dryad living in it. It's very safe.
So, all right, Flair. Let's make our way to see your dealer and whatever you're getting.
Okay,
Would
so
any
you.
of these folks know anything about veterinary work? Do you know that?
Veterinary work for what? For Chester? That's not an animal. I keep telling you.
No, I don't. They
And
are walking
You're gonna need
Hansu or whatever his name is.
wizard for
Hey,
that.
that tower erudition, is that the arcane tower? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Maybe there. That's where you need to ask.
Okay, yeah. Also, I should probably
It
update
might-
someone that I
And then
pretend to
I'll
be
go
a fire
I'll be
ambassador.
really low. It might not be legal to actually have him here.
That's a very good point. But remind me later. I need to let someone know that I pretended to be a fire ambassador and that I may have started more war between the fire elementals and the water elementals.
Yeah, this
I'll
probably
let-
already been at war. So
Probably you should let everybody know that you were part of that.
let's go see your person and see about.
Okay,
if,
so you're heading
Ezra
over
will be
to
meeting
High Bell
us.
Village.
Yes.
So you go in there and so this is a little different kind of place. This is kind of a mix match of different locations. You see a place called the Wizard's Tavern, but it's just a small little dwarven tavern that sells magical potions, and you see a couple of shrines and a couple of like stall like food cart type things along the side of the road, and you come to to Atadin, who actually there's a shop that says Atadin's Rare Resources.
Okay.
That's the way it stands out, and you have no trouble finding it.
Before I go in, like at the produce stands, can I just try to pick up just like a very variety of items just to try out with Chester and see which ones are his favorite?
Sure. So there's several different types of meat products. You see some fruits. That would probably be the extent of it. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're looking for something specific.
Could I pick up apples, bananas, strawberries, and a steak? Or not a steak, or just a meat of some kind. Fish or something.
Yeah, I would say maybe they're not called strawberries, but they're similar to a strawberry. You get an assortment of berries, fruits, and various things to try and feed him.
Alright, and how much would that cost me?
Maybe a silver.
Silver.
You're wasting your time. It just wants that meat.
He'll learn when he loses another finger.
When it doesn't eat the fruit, I'll take some of it. It's pretty good.
Let's see. Silver. I'm destined to try to get this thing to like me, so I want to find out what its favorite foods are, and so just give my best chance at
Okay.
succeeding.
All right. And so You approach Attidan's rare resources, and you walk in, and this like bell, like ding 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 ding, as you walk into through the door, and it's very much like walking into a pawn shop. Okay, it kind of gives off that vibe, but instead of guns and fishing poles and old hunting gear, you see various crystals
magical
and.
items.
Do you have detect magic?
I don't. No, I think I have. I just don't have it prepared.
Okay. But there's crystals and there's gems and there's like some odd looking fabrics and leather. It's like an assortment of different stuff. Nothing in a final state, but it's like a bunch of raw materials.
Can I see her at the front counter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this female human comes around from behind the counter, and she has matted silver hair, and there's a distinctive mark down her leg, like a long red scar down her leg, and she comes out and she's wearing like an apron with and she's got like a jeweler's what do they call it, little eyepiece.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called.
A jeweler's loop, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, something like that. And she's got something like that with her that's attached to a chain around her neck, and she comes around and she goes, "Oh dearie, what can I help you with, Sonny?"
Have I been in contact with her through letter before, or have I only heard of her?
You've heard of her.
Okay, so I didn't know she would know me by name and be like, okay. Well, I had a few questions. First, I've been wanting to make a homunculus servant, and so
Sure.
maybe of the chameleon variety, and so I was.
Oh, chameleon, it's a specialty. And she sits there and she thinks, I know what you need. She goes back in the back and she starts rummaging through stuff. She pulls out this drawer and you hear this clink, clank, 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 and she's looking through it. And she's getting more and more frustrated as she can't find what she's looking for. She says, I don't have any in stock, but I'll tell you what you need. You need a shimmer crystal. A shimmer crystal will allow you to craft the homunculus of the type you're desiring.
Do you mind if I? Well,
Shimmer crystals are usually found in the desert.
desert. All right. Yeah, I'm just do you mind me asking what other crystals you have? Just know my options.
What are their what?
Crystals you have, just to know my options, and.
There's a wide variety.
Okay,
I mean,
so it would go on there.
yeah.
Okay.
I've got
what
quartz.
animals.
I've got malachite. She's
Okay.
got all these different things. But what you're looking for is something very specific. Is you're looking at adding a different feature to your homunculus.
Yeah.
So it's going to be special.
Okay.
But if you're wanting to make it just a homunculus, she's definitely got the crystal that you need.
Can I upgrade it later?
No, you didn't. You need to make a new one. It's kind of the soul of it.
Oh, okay. All right. And I had one more question.
Yeah.
Could I pay for your secrecy?
Not really soul, but yeah.
Could I pay for your secrecy on this?
Well, what if I hear about somebody who has one to sell?
Well, no. I was curious if you could take a look at something and just point me in the right direction.
Okay.
This.
I was like, oh crap.
Do you mind if we take this to the back?
What's about to happen?
I think he's
Yes,
gonna show her
I
Chester.
mind.
All right. I just kind of go to a point where a shelf is covering me up by the window or something.
Okay.
So that someone. And there isn't anyone else in the store, right?
No one else is in the store at the time.
So I don't open my bag, but I kind of lift up the flaps just so you can see inside, just to reveal Chester.
I get closer to the door.
Okay. And she peers over and she looks in and she goes, "Oh my. Yeah. I don't deal in those."
Well, here's something for your troubles, and I'll just give her 5 gold pieces.
Well, thank you.
Just because don't tell anyone, please. That's what the gold pieces are.
Why? That you have a small little jewel box?
Oh.
I'm just gonna say it's a mimic.
A mimic, you say?
Yeah.
Yes,
And she goes back and she comes back out with this big pair of like calipers and reaches in and grabs the
Please be
the
gentle.
chest, pulls it out, and she looks real close, and the purple tongue like, darts out and is like almost reaching at her, but it can't quite get to her. She goes, "Oh, he's a rambunctious fellow," and she puts him back into the bag. Says, "If you're looking for somebody to help you with this or to try and sell it, you probably should talk to someone at the Erudition Tower,
That's
or Tower of Erudition."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you were going anyway.
That's where. Yeah, that's where
Okay.
they told me to go. Now.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't think he's worried because I might have mentioned it. It might not be the most legal thing to have in the city, but
Well, it's not necessarily illegal unless it does something illegal.
unless it kills somebody.
You would be held accountable for its actions.
All right. Well, thank you for the crystal. So, when you said it was in the desert, is it something I find, or do I need to find a vendor for it?
I don't know
Is there
of any
any-
vendors
is there
that would
any
have
creatures?
something more rare than what I carry.
So anything specific in the desert that could have these crystals, or is it just a random occurrence?
You know, there are some centaur tribes that have been known to kind of have them, and they would just like stare at them like a fire.
Huh?
Then there's also I know they've been used in some magical constructs. So any sort of magical building or magically protected building,
Okay.
you would have
Sure.
some chance that maybe they would be used for something.
So
You get the impression that it's probably something you'll need to adventure for.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
All right. Well, I guess we should go get some drinks at the Cursed Arrow and see if Ezra shows up.
He ain't gonna show
He ain't gonna
up.
show up.
All right. So, back to you.
Oh God.
He was shopping in the DM's guide, so
Oh, yeah, I was looking for something
by the way,
ahead.
the Erudition Society Tower is in the Silvergate district, which was just north of
Yeah.
the White Gold.
where he went to the bank.
I need at least
Yeah.
4 times the gold I have to get anything I really want
Oh,
from this
okay.
character. So, and more like 40 times the gold I have to get anything I really think would help this character do what they do.
And
But that doesn't matter.
so what are you doing now?
I'm returning to the scene of the crime like a dumbass.
Oh, right
Because I'm, despite my character's wisdom, their ambition is getting the best of them right now.
now. In broad daylight.
In broad daylight,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. So you know that he was living in it was a manor house. It was maybe not the fanciest in the city, but it was a decent, you would say, upper middle class to lower upper class estate in the Silvergate district or Silver Wall district.
Alright, so I head there, and I could
He's looking for his
I only
pass-
imagine
password
what
book.
I find, considering the dude's been dead for 6 months. I don't know that, but like,
I mean,
Is-
the
is
house appears lived in
okay.
as you approach it. You want
Lived
to-
in, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a problem. As far as I know, there shouldn't be anybody living in here. I'm gonna poke around.
Okay. You want to try and sneak in, or you wanting to ring the doorbell?
No, I'm
so to
like,
speak?
look if there's any windows to look through. He's try to blend in
Okay, so
with
you're gonna
the crowd outside if there's anybody.
Give me a stealth check.
All right. That's one of my things.
Get me a look like I'm not casing this place check.
Wow, I actually rolled bad finally. I've been waiting to do that all game. 12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay, you managed to slip on into the grounds,
Okay.
and you've worked your way around the back, and you can see that they're maybe not very well taken care of.
Okay.
Maybe like the upkeep hasn't been quite as attentive as it should have been. You know, there's
Okay.
there's a topiary garden in the back, and let's just say the animals aren't all that recognizable anymore. And you come
Fired his
across
gardener.
you come across you come across to the back like a window on the back, and you look in, and you can see that there's it appears lived in, but you don't see anybody in the house at the moment.
Okay. I'm gonna break in.
Okay, give me a
Here we go.
let's say a thieves' tools check. Are you just going through the window?
Yeah.
Okay, give me like a thieves' tools check to see about like slipping the latch open and getting in.
All right. Is 18.
Yeah, no problem. Just ding. You're able to easily slip inside. And you find yourself in an indoor outhouse.
Oh. Well, this is the shitter. This is it's a kind of office, but it's not the office I'm looking for. I'm hoping to find something that looks like the prince's.
It's a 2-story building,
Yeah.
and so you've come in like through a small bathroom window at the back of the house.
Okay.
You see a bathtub, and oddly enough, you see like these stones inset into the wall, just above like these metal tubes, these 2 metal tubes that come in and like angle in toward the bathtub.
Okay.
And there's a toilet latrine type device and a door.
We're gonna go through the door.
Okay. I mean,
I'm
You're not gonna go into the
I don't
toilet.
need to hang
Good
out.
choice.
I don't need to hang out in the shitter. I
Okay.
don't think. This
okay.
isn't how cats
And you're
do it
continu-
anyway.
you're continuing-
This is,
continuing to be very
which is
stealthy.
weird because I thought Prince Ezra was the tabaxi.
He's a
I
dwarf.
may have fucked up
He's a dwarf.
because this is not a tabaxi shitter.
No, it's a dwarf.
For a high meat diet. Like
Uh,
heavy,
an ale.
heavy food.
Well, I really need to learn how to investigate my.
Hey, you got away with it for
Hence
a long
the-
I
time.
did get
window
away
in
with
the
it for a long
bathroom.
time by the
Aired out.
fucking grace of my God, probably. Who,
Probably.
who enjoys watching me bungle. I know. I know that.
I'm sure.
I know that
Any
bastard
trickster John
enjoys
probably would.
watching me bungle.
Okay, so you poke your head out into the
Okay.
hallway, and you look down, and there's like a foyer area with a spiral staircase that kind of goes up, and then there's down one end. It looks like there's like 2 wings of the house that you can go down.
Okay. Let's try to intuit which way the man's office might be, or like wherever he'd conduct any professional business, his princely business in the home.
Okay.
I mean, other than the shitter.
Okay, take a left or a right then.
Let's go right.
All right. So you go right, and you come across an office with
Okay.
it's kind of attached to a library type. It's not a huge library. It's about the size of this room, but it's lined with books, and then it's got like a double door that goes into an office with a desk and a fairly ornate chair.
Okay.
If a little bit, the upholstery is a little bit threadbare, so maybe it's not the newest and well tended, but
Yeah,
it was
good
once
chair is a
very
good
nice.
chair.
But it was once very nice.
You keep the good chairs.
I'm gonna investigate this room.
Okay.
I need
Give
to,
me an investigation check.
I'm looking for anything that sticks
Are you
out.
what are you checking in particular?
Well,
there's
well,
the bookshelves.
He's looking for
Right
a
There's
now-
the desk.
I feel like starting with the bookshelves. There's no obvious like safe or anything in here.
No, not obvious.
So maybe behind the books somewhere. So I'm looking behind the books. I'm also looking for any books that stand out to me, and I'm gonna look for any inscriptions in them that might give me some clues as to what the password might be.
Fair enough.
My investigation check is 11.
11.
Yeah.
So you start with the bookshelves, and you're going along here, and most of the books are nonfiction, just kind of general education type stuff. There's books on the history of the kingdom. The history of the republic, the history of the area. There's a few nature books. There's, some general, like there's a rules for accounting book. There's that sort of thing. Not a lot really that piques your interest.
Yeah, nothing that would strike me as personal to the man.
No, not really. Not in the bookshelves. You get the impression that it's more there to show off that the person's well read than it is of anything of personal importance.
Well, this room's a bust, I think.
You want to check the desk?
I'm definitely going to check the desk before.
All right.
Yeah.
Because there are drawers in the desk.
I'm going to rifle through those drawers, try to do it quietly.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Alright. 15.
Okay. So in the top drawer that's right in the center, as you open it up, there's a stack of letters. But when you look at it, it's to Ariel White Gold.
Ariel White Gold.
Is who they're addressed to.
I'm going to skim these letters, see what the nature of them is.
Several of them appear to be letters from creditors that they're behind in making some payments. One of them is a letter from Ezra to Ariel, asking her to come and help take care of the estate because he was in trouble.
I sure can pick him, can't I? I'm impersonating a man with debts.
And the question is how did he die? Actually, that's
I don't
kind of
know.
important. Yeah, I know.
I just like...
He might have died because of his debts.
Yeah. Made a self ended it just in case.
Goodness.
And there are some other drawers.
I just heard
and
he'd
one of
gone.
them-
I just heard he'd gone missing and took his identity. I don't. I
What
still,
could go wrong?
I still don't know he's dead. So.
Yeah. as you're looking around, there's a locked drawer, and there appears to be something underneath, like maybe a false top underneath. When you look into that drawer, you feel in, and there's like feel like maybe you could push it aside, and there might be something
I'm
under
definitely
Okay.
opening that up. I'm gonna check it for traps first, though.
there. Okay, give me an investigation check then.
4.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's safe.
Okay, I'm just gonna open it up carefully.
Okay, you
Quietly,
open it up, and you're experienced enough at this that you managed to get in there. You've hidden your fair share of stuff, and you reach up in there, and you do find it's a coin, but it's not a currency coin. It's got some engravings in a language that you don't recognize. You don't speak Dwarven, do you?
No, not at all. I only speak common and
But
undercommon.
it could be a. You get that it's some sort of like a seal or like a something significant to the person or the family or something of that nature. It's not currency coin.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
figure out what that is later because I have no idea. I have no education to speak of, so there's no way I would. And then you said there was a locked drawer.
Yes, there's a locked drawer.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
All right, give me a thieves' tools check.
Right. 20.
Yeah, definitely no problem. You open it up, and there's some paperwork. There's a deed to some property outside of the city. There's additional letters that have been opened and are like some past due bills, and
Grim. That's grim.
Yeah. And some like identification paperwork. So the way identification is kind of handled here is, it's not like you get a government ID, right?
Yeah.
You just have to know enough to prove that you're the person. So something publicly available enough, or secret enough, a passphrase, that sort of thing. But there's some documentation that kind of describes Ezra White Gold's family line, what he looks like, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all that.
Okay.
Yeah. All of it. And then, is anything else left in this room looks remotely interesting?
I mean, no, not with that investigation roll.
I've done enough in this room. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke around the rest of the house for a moment before I leave.
Okay, you venture upstairs. You take a look around. There's like 3 bedrooms that are upstairs.
For like a master bedroom.
You find the master bedroom, no problem. It's the larger one, and it's expensive furniture that is old, and maybe it's not as clean as it should be. The upholstery is a little bit threadbare. It's a little bit run down. It's like someone's trying to keep up the pretense of being rich,
But they're not.
but they don't really have the means anymore.
Starting to think this wasn't quite the opportunity I thought it would be. Is there anything that sticks out? Books on the end tables? If there's end tables.
I mean,
Anything like
for the
that?
purposes of what you're looking for, nothing that would stand out. The main thing that you found would be the coin,
Okay.
which, I mean, it does have writing on it. It's just in Dwarvish, so you don't know what it says.
Dwarvish. Well, one thing's immediately apparent. I need to ditch using this disguise.
Okay.
Somebody might call on a debt.
Well, someone might call on a debt, and I don't want that. That's the opposite of what I'm trying to do with my life. I might still be able to do something with this dude's estate, but I don't necessarily have to be impersonating him to do that. But I'm also starting to realize this guy's definitely not looking like me, and I probably shouldn't be masquerading as him in public in the city he lives. That would be dumb.
So you're going to assume a new personality?
I'm gonna have to, because if I keep bungling around any harder than I am as Ezra, I'm gonna get arrested or worse. So
Okay.
I may not be smart, but I'm wise enough to realize that much.
Okay. So you have another personality ready to go, like another
I
identity.
do.
Okay.
I do.
So you can introduce that personality when we come to the adventurers tavern.
That's the plan. I might I don't know where I'm gonna change.
It's a bathroom where you came in.
Probably the shitter where I came in. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
This
Why
seems
not?
like the ideal place to change.
Yeah. Yeah. Give yourself a bath.
Yeah. The actual bath freaks me out. I don't do that.
Okay. All right.
But and I'll probably just I'll just leave the dirty clothes there. Probably.
Sure.
It's not like there's like forensic scientists in this world. You know.
No. Well, there's magical scientists
Yeah,
Oh,
you-
yeah.
who may be able to divine things with divination.
with your fur.
Yeah, but I mean, is anybody gonna?
There's no Sherlock Holmes taking his fingerprints.
Well, it's also like,
or in your case, paw prints.
yeah,
Yeah. I think.
and no one knows to look for me specifically.
That's true.
Anyway,
So you kind of tidy up, make things look the way they were, so that there's no way that they can tell that you were even there. You slip out, and you make your way off to go establish you've changed clothes and.
oh yeah,
you've
I
ma- you've
style
made-
myself up a little bit so I look a little bit more sleek,
Okay.
a little bit more like a feminine tabaxi,
Okay.
and I'm going to I'm dressed up as a priestess.
Okay. And so you walk out a whole new woman.
Yep, in a white robe. With
Okay.
like silver threads
All right.
and yep.
Okay. So we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
All right. So we'll do an intermission. We'll come back in probably 10, 15 minutes, and we'll pick it up at the Adventures Inn location.
Awesome.
All right. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back.
Not yet. Here, hold. I gotta hide it. There we go.
Cursed arrow.
Cursed
The
arrow.
cursed arrow.
Yeah.
So just let me get organized just a tad. As you come in, it used to be a manor home, so it's kind of large, but it's not in an area that's still high end, right? So it's kind of the building looks nice, but it's definitely not kept up to the standards of.
So it might have been like the older, nice town, and then as the city grew.
Yeah. It's waiting on gentrification. It's kind of run down a little bit. Not that it's bad. It's still way better than staying down by the docks or something like that. For Poe, maybe not as nice as staying outside.
All right. Well, I know when we come in there, first thing I'm doing is ordering some food and some drinks.
Okay, so you come in and you sit down at a table, and it's the room that you're when you come in, you're shown in, you're escorted in to sit down at a table.
Okay.
And you're actually given a table that's in its own private room.
Oh, and I'll let the person know. Oh, we're waiting a tabaxi. Ezra White Gold, I believe is his name.
Okay, I don't know anybody by that name, but we don't get a lot of tabaxi.
Yeah,
so-
you'll notice him when he comes in.
Okay.
You're white, right? You're white tabaxi.
Yeah, I'm white with like tan markings
Okay.
and gold eyes.
I'll just give a description. Just if he shows up, we can show him our way.
Absolutely. Will you be staying the evening?
Yeah, probably, right? Yeah.
Unless you want to sleep out by the park.
I
That's where
could.
we're at.
Yeah.
So
I want to go outside the city if I'm gonna do that, but if I'm gonna drink, I want to be close to drink.
for it's 5 silver per person per night. That's 2 a room.
Okay.
And that's the extra 5 silver includes all of your food and 1 drink
All
at
right.
each meal. And we do serve breakfast and dinner, no lunch.
All right. Well, I'll get this for us. I'll pay for Ezra as well.
Okay, so it's basically 2
2 gold.
per day,
I got you.
That you're staying
I'll
there.
let you. I appreciate it,
and
guy.
it'll cover your first drink
Okay.
at breakfast and at dinner.
All right. So I will pay for 2 rooms then for us 4
Okay.
and the meals.
And you're shown into a private room. When I say private room, it doesn't have a door that closes.
Yeah, it's because it's a house that they turned
But
into a bar.
but
Yeah.
it's like
I get that.
If you ever been to like a tea house, you kind of go in as like a bedroom or a den.
Yeah.
It's been set up as a room.
There's a place up in Langley called the Artichoke. It's a house that's been turned into a restaurant. It's that way too.
Yeah.
They're kind of like
The Pink House in Claremont.
yeah.
So you're shown into a semi-private room, and they bring out 3 platters of food and a bowl of some sort of stew.
Huh.
And there's the plate has some bread, and there's a piece of ham, and then some sort of green vegetable. You're not sure what exactly. Well, you may recognize
Okay.
it as some sort
Yeah,
of.
it's edible.
It's an edible vegetable of some sort, and then some sort of stew and a big mug of ale.
All right.
for,
Well,
for all 3 of you. And so as you're sitting there eating your food, in walks a female tabaxi dressed in priestly robes.
it looks very
Wait,
similar to.
You don't see her yet.
Oh.
You walk in the front door, and you are greeted by the owner or the administrator of the place, who says, "Are you Ezra?"
No.
Oh,
No, I am Sister Lenora Silvershroud, the
Oh.
devotee of Farlane.
Okay. Do you know an Ezra? Because I've got a group here waiting on a tabaxi named Ezra.
I don't know any Ezra.
Okay. Well, how can I help you?
Oh, I'll be needing a room for the night. Do you have any discounts for devotees of Farlane?
I'm sorry, we don't do any discounts for anybody we don't know very well.
Very well. It's understandable.
It'll be 5 silver for the room. Actually, if you're staying by yourself, it'll be 1 gold for the room, and that will come with breakfast and dinner, and your first drink with breakfast and dinner.
Well, I'll wait in the room. I'll have a beer for now.
Just a beer for now.
A beer for now.
5 copper.
5
And
copper.
she brings you this big mug of ale. And so you're just kind of standing in the entry area.
Yeah, I get my.
Beer.
I'm bringing my beer. I'm
She says,
looking around.
Can I show you to a table? We have a communal table back toward the back that large groups looking to make
Oh,
friends.
that's fine. I figured I would go and introduce myself to the travelers. I minister to travelers.
Oh well, that's very nice of you. We get a lot of travelers in here, so yeah, please do. Mind your behavior, though.
Of course.
Okay. Don't chase away the customers.
I look around.
You spot.
I spot travelers.
Oh, hey, Ezra.
Need you.
I mean, I look and does it look like Ezra, but not like Ezra?
Let her describe.
Oh.
Casual. My name is Lenora Silvershroud. I am a devotee of Farlane. I would like to bless your party, if you wouldn't mind.
No, I'd like to know who you actually are. That's what I want to know.
Lenora Silvershroud. You see, I'm a devotee of Farlane. I show you the back of my robe. It has
You were right. You came back.
It has a circle with like a curved horizon line going through it.
Poe Laura's voice. We found out that Ezra Whitegold is dead, and that he's dwarf. He's dead.
Yeah, he's been murdered.
Did they say if he was murdered, or did it say he was dead? Right?
I think I made it from my own head.
Okay, so he's murdered.
I think we just know he's dead.
Okay.
I
Well,
think
you just threw out
I think I would have made that up on my own
I
head.
immediately drop all pretense and I lean in and go, he's dead.
That's what we were told when we were looking for his place.
Ezra died?
So is that what you do? You kill people and you just take their identity?
I hate violence. I hate violence. I don't like violence. I don't like being dirty.
It kind of tracks with the way he's played in the combat encounters too.
I don't think we were worried about him killing us in his sheets. So,
Yeah. Right. So what's your game then?
Getting by, living life.
so where are you really from?
Well, I don't think I'm prepared to get into that just now. Maybe in a quieter place.
Oh, okay. Well, I paid for a room for you and meals.
You just gonna accept her back like that?
About that time, the patron
Yeah.
walks up to the table. Can I get you all another beer? Oh, is this the friend you were looking
Yes.
for?
Yes.
I must have gotten the name wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Lenora? Is that-
Yeah, there's a
Lenora.
lot of that
Yeah.
name getting wrong going around. I understand.
My mistake.
That's
And
the
she just kind of gives you a long look.
Lenora, Ezra, I could see how mistakes were made.
Okay.
So
And
your name's not
so
Ezra?
does anybody need another beer?
Sure.
Yes, please. Wait,
You
did I
already
get
need
one?
another.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
already got one.
mine's already
Okay.
empty.
Catch
Can I
up.
get a bowl and a key to the bathroom, please?
Well, there's no key to the bathroom.
So it cannot be locked.
Sorry, our friend here, he's not used to such large accommodations. Where he's from,
Do I need to
he
prop
has
against
issues.
the door? To prevent anything
just-
getting out or
There's
in.
a latch when she
Just
goes
just
inside.
get us.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works
Just
perfectly.
give us 4 more of the L's,
Okay. I'll return both of your
and then as soon as she walks away, just feed him tonight when you get a chance in your room.
By the way,
I'm
we're
sleeping
staying
here.
together. I figured we'd save the money.
Okay, so you gone to the bathroom to feed
Yeah.
Chester?
Yeah.
So if he doesn't come back, we know what happened.
Can we take like a sandwich of mine just to eat in there as well, so we'll have dinner together? You
You
know.
look a little funny carrying a sandwich into the bathroom, even in this universe. That's a little odd.
Maybe not if you were a dwarf, but
But he's
It's efficiency.
He's
You know,
fired
get
to
multiple
not
things
see
done
Yeah.
at once.
yeah. So
it's just maybe he's really got to go and he's hungry.
Ring of Fire comes to mind. So you go into the bathroom, and how are you going to do this?
So I figured I'd sit on the toilet while doing this, and I'm gonna lay out like a
Good
little.
idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay out like my cloak or something else, like just a cloth, because I can't have him eating off the floor, a dirty floor. And it's-
Yeah, you wouldn't want the monster to.
exactly. And so I'm gonna. Did he bring that bowl, by the way?
Huh?
The bowl.
We had stew there.
Okay.
You could have just took
So-
one.
I'm gonna put a bowl down, fill it up with the drink he gave me, and then I'm just gonna lay out every single food I've put out for him. Just kind of lay it on the carpet, and then just put him down and put my feet up onto the toilet and just kind of look down as I eat my sandwich.
Okay. So you dump him out on the floor.
Not dump him, but like I'm gonna face him away from me, and I'm gonna try to put him down.
You may not come back
Okay,
from that.
Make a dexterity check to avoid
Dexterity.
I'm just wondering.
getting bit.
I'm just wondering how loud a mimic eating is.
I think just does
It's
all
a
the
plus
stuff I
zero,
know.
okay.
Just like a chest would slam it up and down.
15.
Yep.
Yeah, you manage. Okay, so you fold the flap out and you just kind of push from the bottom and you push him out onto the floor, and there's the food there, and you pop back up on top of the toilet type device, and you look down. He's kind of looking like if he had eyes was looking at you, he'd be looking right at you.
I'm gonna wave at him.
And you see these because it's kind of like a copper and trimmed jewelry box, right? Kind of like that, but more ornate as a jewelry box. And as you're looking at it, just from the side, you see like an eyeball kind of trace across here, and then another eyeball kind of comes up from over here, comes down here, and he's looking,
And
and
little one.
he focuses on you, and then he starts looking around him, and you look down, and there's like these little itty bitty tentacles is what they look like, but they're kind of coming out from the bottom of him, and he kind of shifts a little bit closer to like one of the kebabs, and he just looks at you.
Please be my guest. Go ahead.
He's just looking at you.
I'll start eating my sandwich to kind of show that like I'm not interested in that
So
food.
you eat your sandwiches, you look away, you just kind of hear it. And when you look back up, the kebab's gone.
Stick included.
Everything. It's all gone, but the jewelry box is just sitting there. And the eyes, they kind of look like rivets in the gilding of the jewelry box.
I'm just gonna start going. Good boy.
And you kind of can just a little bit detect maybe the faintest hint of the trim kind of angling up at the sides.
This would be such a weird thing if you're passing by the bathroom, just
He's
hearing.
talking.
Good boy. Yeah. Go ahead.
Good boy. Good boy.
He's praising himself on the
In the
toilet.
bathroom. You can do it.
Sometimes you
So,
just need a little
while this is
encouragement.
going
Take it
on.
all. Wait a second.
So, I slip up. Lindora. So, yeah, you do have a little explanation you need to give us.
I'm well aware. And I plan on providing full explanation.
I'm not as distrusting as Augustus. He's a little newer, and you've been with us a little longer. And I know you're not a malicious person, so.
I mean, to be perfectly fair, you have every reason to distrust me.
You didn't murder him, right?
I didn't know he was
You didn't-
dead.
Do I trust?
I had heard that he had gone missing, and it seemed like a good opportunity at the time.
Oh.
I didn't know that he was a dwarf and massively in debt.
Oh, we didn't know that.
I don't think.
I didn't know that either until an hour or so ago.
So who are you hiding from?
My family.
Is that a danger to us?
Perhaps.
Explain.
Not in the crowd.
And there are enough people. You're in a private room.
Oh, we're in a.
You're kind of in a private, in the same
Okay.
sense that this is a private room,
Okay.
but there's people right over there, and there's people right over there.
Oh,
But you're kind of.
And there's enough noise
kind
that
of
it-
semi-private conversations could carry if you were loud.
yeah.
I come from a infamous family.
Oh, okay. Is your family like that, Augustus?
No, they toe the line.
Oh, okay.
My family does not.
We're a good, classy family, like I thought you were from.
Huh.
You thieves?
Oh, and
You may be familiar with the Whitewater family, the River Raider crime family.
I don't know if we maybe heard of this.
Uh,
I'm sure I probably
I
have.
would imagine most people in the region to be somewhat aware of these people.
You probably haven't because you're kind of clueless. to
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that.
Um,
What about Augustus, though?
Augustus Maya.
I mean, I know if
Her
thieves
family's
can't and
mighty
all that. So I
funny.
mean,
Yeah, you may have. You've run with a rowdier crowd, right? So, yeah, you may have heard of them. We can say that yes, you have.
So-
you know that they're basically pirates,
okay, so fairly well-known pirates.
kind of a crime family of pirates.
Known for their brutality.
Okay, I get a little bit less
Yeah,
like hostile towards you.
more Chittaglia than Corleone.
Okay.
So, huh?
I wanted a different life, a less dirty, less violent
So
life.
first thing is your punishment. You have to sleep with. You're sharing a room with Flair and that thing in his bag.
You know that baby chest that tried to eat, Mama tried to eat me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
I think he's feeding it right now.
that's fair.
I mean,
He may not come back, so the
You-
bright side, you may have a room to
I
yourself.
at least feel like you've tried to keep us alive and you've done us good.
I'm coming to the conclusion in my time away from my family that if I don't make some friends, I'm going to die.
Hey, I can understand wanting to go your own way, break away from your family. I understand that. I respect that. Just don't take after any dead people again.
I'm going
And lie to
do,
us.
I'm gonna do my best. But for now, please, Lenora.
Lenora. We don't hear any screaming from the bathroom, do we?
I get back about this time.
You get back about that time, and yeah, so you rejoin the conversation at that point.
I catch you up.
So who's Ezra?
He's the dead dwarf.
A lot of dead, apparently.
Very, very dead. Probably by his own hand, if his finances are any indication.
That's dark.
Or maybe whoever you owe money to. Because
All the more reason not to be Ezra anymore.
Which is still
not that
strange
anyone
to me.
who actually knew who he was going to believe
mean,
that I was.
that stuff doesn't happen where I'm from, so it's kind of strange.
It is kind of a.
You're familiar with turning into an animal and
Yeah.
changing shape.
Yeah, but
taking
not-
on a new.
No, but I mean like killing, the debt and killing people for money, or that.
Yeah, that would be a little.
Even the crime
strange to me.
family, yeah, it's kind of.
That would be a little strange.
Right.
Yeah, come to find out, he's kind of the inverse of a noble.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm absolutely playing the inverse of a noble because Farlane's priests are aesthetics that aren't really allowed to own many material possessions.
Well,
Which is why I hate this identity.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Because
Lenora,
I love luxury.
we it seems like both Flair and I have eventually need to go to the Tower of Erudition for some questions. Him on that ungodly thing he's keeping,
Chester?
and then I had some questions about some issues with natural events that are occurring. The druid wasn't as hopeful as I thought it would be, and then we gotta find something for you, Flair. What is it? The shimmering
Yeah, Shimmer
crystal. Shimmer crystal.
About this time, you hear a little bit of a disturbance that says a woman who's had maybe a few too many to drink, a human woman, comes, pokes her head into your room, and goes over to Augustus and just points a big old kiss right on his mouth.
Get out of there.
And then he goes,
How's she look?
"You aren't Finn," and starts to turn around, and right about then, a Minotaur comes into the room.
Oh, no, big guy. I didn't do it. It was,
That thing just
no,
looks
no, no,
like
no, no,
violence.
no, no, no.
How did you mistake him for? Is that? I'm assuming Finn, right?
Finn,
Yeah, the Minotaur.
you're not Finn.
Who's
No,
Finn?
he's Finn. He's Finn.
No, I'm looking at the Minotaur. Is
There's
that
no
Finn?
fins at this
The
table.
Minotaur's like, she's drunk.
Oh, thank God.
So.
He's reasonable.
Come on, Siri. He takes her by the hand.
And what was your name?
Oh, I'm Finn.
Oh, you're Finn.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Great gal you got there.
Seemed like a
You
lovely
know,
gentleman.
it happens to all of us. As I'm like, where's the waiter? I need
This-
my third
this-
drink.
This. You just see the deflated, just beat down, this hulking giant of a creature. It just
Hey,
hangs his head,
hey, the booze gets to all of us, Finn.
carries her out.
If you need sometimes, just find somebody who can neutralize the poison, and she won't get the alcohol effects.
Good idea. Although she's worse sober.
Oh, well then, I don't know what to tell you.
He takes her away. All right. Next, would you like?
Well, this is an adventurers guild, right? I'm sure. Is there like a posting board for jobs or anything, or?
You could probably talk to the owner
Yeah.
or
The woman that let us in.
proprietor.
I mean, I have no other business. Flair, I mean, I just need to go visit the Tower of Erudition. I
figured I should just lay low and do some, run-of-the-mill adventuring.
Oh, we
For
can
This is
make
the
some
most
money,
interesting
or-
I've-
well, I just
I've
wanna see
had
the world.
lately, so I'm just fine.
might be
All
able
y'all
to.
for now.
If we could find something out in the desert, we might be able to get out to those centaurs or something to
Well-
find a shimmer crystal.
Seeing as these are adventurers, could I see if anyone's been in that area might have a Shimmer crystal that they'd be willing to sell?
In the bar.
Yeah, like you said, they're adventurers, right?
It sounded like they were
Yeah,
kind of
there's
rare, though, right?
Yeah, you see, like, there's like whole parties of adventurers that are like there together. There's a gypsy over in the corner doing fortune telling, and there's it's kind of a lively place. It's just not everybody's in the same room. You kind of have to wander from room to room to see everyone.
May I go around just asking if anyone had came across a Shimmer crystal or has one that they'd be willing to sell?
Just remember to take your bag with you when you go.
Oh yeah, defense.
Why you leave it and I'll kill the damn thing.
So you come across the gypsy woman sitting in the corner, and she's got a crystalline
with fully aware that it's probably a con, and I'm just gonna play along and just secretly just applaud the con and appreciate the craft.
Okay. So you approach the gypsy woman, and she's probably in her mid to late 20s, human,
Mm-hmm.
fairly attractive, although not dressed seductively, but she's fairly attractive, and she encourages you to sit down, and she says, "Ma'am,
Enthusiastically sit down.
yeah, ma'am, how can I help you?"
The stars told me that I needed guidance, and here you are. Here you are.
Give me your paw, let me read your throat. And she looks at it, she ruffles it the wrong way, pats it down, turns it over, rubs it this way.
I'm appreciating the theatrics.
Yeah. You've been doing this. And then she closes her eyes and she says, she mutters some sort of incantation in a language you don't understand. It may not even be real words.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't even sound like real
It
language.
doesn't matter. I appreciate all of it.
Right? And all
It's
of a sudden,
Klingon.
her eyes go completely white. And she looks at you and she smiles, and all of a sudden she does look much prettier. She just gives much prettier. She says, one of you in your party, no, you will find a beautiful person in this city. They'll be the love of your life.
Oh, bless.
You will love them until the end of your days.
Is that a dwarf?
I'm just thinking, can he love anybody more than himself or herself? That's the vibe I get from
What wonderful
Ed-
news.
yeah
Just
Lenora.
splendid.
Yes.
Thank you so much. How much do I owe you?
I work for donations. Standard donations, 15 gold.
Standard donation, 15 gold.
Ooh, standard donation is 15 gold. They give her 20.
I think I was substandard to me.
You give the woman 20 gold,
Just remind me not to get my fortune told anyway.
and she's
Seems like it does
she
the
just
opposite.
seems to get
I was about to put some news on
prettier
her, but I
and
don't know.
prettier as you walk away. You kind of glance back. And she's all of a sudden she is gorgeous.
Something going on there. Some kind of trick.
So now we need some work to get Lenora back her money.
Clarissa.
It was lovely to meet you. I sit
Did
back
you
down.
explain it all?
Huh?
Clarissa explains it all. I had to.
Oh,
Throw it out
yeah,
there.
Yeah, okay.
I sit back down at the table and I say, I love seeing another confidence trickster at work.
Does it just mean she get
Crap.
better looking and better looking and better looking?
Oh yeah, it's all a trick.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good one.
It's a good one. Yeah, I appreciate
That
the
tree's
craft.
still prettier, but you know.
The tree?
Oh yeah, there's
Oh.
a beautiful tree out.
Is
in
a
the Druid Garden.
There's a dryad tree
Yeah.
in the
Oh.
Druid Garden.
Okay.
Apparently,
Vanilla,
apparently
yeah.
the dryad hasn't come out much, but well, in a while, but it's still there.
Just give her time.
There's also a fighting tournament you learn about from the patrons. Fighting tournament coming up. Sponsors are beginning to recruit combatants and teams that are kind of represent their businesses, like to be. They're sponsoring fighting teams like for publicity.
I'll sign up for that if they're offering, like if there's spots.
Yeah.
Can anybody sign up?
There's individual and there's team-based combatant, like a gladiator type events, nothing to the death, but gladiator type events that are it's going to be happening soon, like in the next few days.
Yeah, Augustus will put his name down.
Okay.
For
And so
the-
you get the instructions on where to go, and what the entry fees are, and how it all works. And so the short version is there's a betting, so you can bet on yourself. You're not allowed to bet against yourself.
Oh.
And in fact, they enforce it with a zone of truth.
Oh.
Yeah, because people have tried. And you basically you pay your entry fee of like 5 gold per person just to enter the tournament. And then if you win, there's a purse that's won, and then you also have the opportunity to bet on yourself.
Cool.
If you want to try and increase your chances.
Winnings.
You also learn of there is talk of an adventure of a party. Actually, I've got a group.
Wheels are turning.
A female human named Raina comes up, or is someone you talk to. That she wears leather armor and wields a short sword and javelins, and she and her team had just returned from a excursion out into the deserts south and west of Dessa, away from the river valley and out into the desert, past the mountains and out into the desert. There's a lot of orc tribes, centaur tribes. They tend to fight each other, and she had been out there and had been adventuring, had been fairly successful, had a pretty good haul of stuff. So you learn that there's possible adventure out that way if you can find the right, sponsor, or you can just set off on your own.
And I knew about the centaur part.
Well, yeah, we talked. They talked about.
Approach her.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name is Raina.
So I heard you had interaction with centaurs on your adventure.
Yes.
Do you happen to have a shimmering crystal?
What?
A shimmering. Sorry,
Shimmer crystal.
allergies. A shimmer
Sorry,
crystal.
I don't know what a shimmer crystal is. Can you describe it?
They would often use it as almost like a fireplace, just something to stare at.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Do you have any?
No, I didn't know they were valuable. They're valuable.
No, they're not that valuable. He
They're
just
He needs it for,
one of his-
something he's working on.
the genasi they die if they don't get it after a while, so it keeps your fire going.
Give me a deception check.
Can I back up what he's saying to try to give him advantage?
Sure.
All right, go on, roll with advantage.
So that's a 14.
Okay.
It's a little better. 15.
Okay, so 15.
Can I, before I find out if I lose or not, that luck that I had, is it reroll before I find out if I fail or after?
You can reroll after.
Okay, cool.
You just barely failed.
Okay, I will reroll then. Reroll is not with that advantage though, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Although if you have any fate points, you can apply those.
Fate points?
The coins.
No. Alright, good reroll. 22.
Yeah. There for a second, she's a little suspicious of what you're saying, but then yeah, she's buying it.
Well, maybe if we go out there, some of those centaurs will have. And I'll reach it. So Raina, you say we can get sponsored by some groups from town to go out?
Yeah, the best way is to find a merchant who sells a particular type of item or rare goods dealers. There's an auction house. Sometimes they're looking for specific items, that maybe items of legend or various
Right.
reclamation projects.
Okay.
That you can undertake, and frequently they'll give you some location, and you need to return the item to them, and they'll give you some sort of
How
compensation.
difficult is it? We're fairly new to this area. I'm from Kalimda area mostly. How difficult is it to get a sponsor?
Well, it really depends on your reputation.
Would the tournament thing help?
That would definitely be a good way to get reputation.
Want to fight with me?
might be a way to get us a lead out to the desert, so we can get your shimmer crystal, and
Keep you alive.
I can maybe see if anything weird is going on out there, like it has been elsewhere. Would
And
you?
Another woman walks up next to her. Another human. And she's wearing hide armor and holding a quarterstaff. And you look at her, and she's got like this like a flower in her hair, and there's like vines that are like interwoven with the hide, so it's
Mhm.
you could tell
She's a druid.
she's probably a druid, or at least something similar
Yeah.
to a druid.
Oh.
She comes up and says, "Raina, we need to go. Eloise, I'd like you to meet my friends," and she introduces you.
This is Lenora and Flair, Augustus, and I'm Poe.
Okay. And Eloise looks at you and she goes, "What are you?"
I am Flair. Nice to meet you.
That is stunning hair.
Thank you. It does catch on fire sometimes, but it only really matters when you either bend down your bed, wearing a hat, inside, or just generally near any tall people.
Fascinating. Fascinating. She seems kind of captivated by your fire essence. She's digging it. So you've made a couple of friends. And what else would you like to do?
So, Lenora, I almost said Ezra again. Lenora, you think getting a sponsor, getting out of the city, looking for this shimmer crystal might be something you'd be willing to go forward with right now?
It's legitimate looking enough. I think it'd be a good.
There's no water, so your family wouldn't be around
Yeah.
there, right?
We're going to
True
the desert,
fault.
maybe.
Away from the river.
Yeah.
The best way to get a sponsorship might be this fighting tournament. Augustus signed up, but
I could use some healing. You don't have to fight. You don't have to kill anybody.
Some other ideas about this fighting tournament.
what did you have in mind?
Well, I know we're all together, though. I was thinking if one of us was willing to take a fall, we may be able to make a lot of money off of betting
Yeah.
against ourselves.
I don't need anybody to take a fall. They'll fall naturally when my sword hits them, so we can do this the right way. Poe, you might need that. You two can fight.
I can fight, okay. Hold my own.
So are we going with the fall plan or the actual fight plan?
It's
Both.
starting. It's starting to. I mean, why not both?
That's very fair.
I'm just gonna put it out there that I'm not gonna be the one to take the fall.
That doesn't surprise me.
I mean, if we're looking to make, if you're needing money,
But also, if we get
doing our best and getting a
fixing
yeah.
fights like that, it's not exactly.
Fair.
It's not exactly. I don't care about it being
Well,
unfair. But it's not exactly low key. It's not exactly laying low.
It's also not going to give you any reputation.
yeah.
And it seems.
I think there was
Going in there and losing isn't going to give you reputation.
there was something about a zone of truth too. I don't know. I would know what that
That
is.
may have
I mean,
some
it's pretty
effect.
common.
That may have some effect on this.
It's a common enough practice that clerics are employed to cast a spell that forces people to tell the truth.
Right.
And so they get basically polygraphed before the fight.
So we could just try to do our best, and
That's
maybe
That's
we can get a
fine.
sponsorship out of it.
I like the creativity though. That's
I just don't
that's
know.
just where my mind is.
I just don't know if this would be the best place to do that.
I think it's not the best time or place. You're right.
But I mean, are you two interested?
Sure.
So we could we could join you, Augustus.
As much as I abhor violence,
We aren't going to kill anyone, though, right?
No, it was not to the
we
death.
should
Not
stick
on
together.
purpose.
So I'll join.
Okay.
All right.
Why not?
So maybe try that in the morning. Go down and sign up for the.
Yeah, maybe try to find one of the places that's offering a sponsorship. Find the best one we can.
I know a couple of you mentioned that you were interested in the Air Edition
Yeah.
Society Tower. You were wanting for the Mimic, and
Yeah, mimic amongst other things, yeah.
I think you wanted something. You were.
Me. Looking into the natural issues and then talk about the stuff we.
greater theme
Yeah.
backstory.
And my whole goal right now is to lay low until I find a more suitable identity,
Okay. Alright.
a more profitable identity that allows me to
Sure.
And
live my style of
You
life.
said it was a couple days until this tournament or whatever starts.
Yeah, a couple days before the fighting tournament starts.
So.
Do you want to call it an evening? Or-
Yeah, that'd be a good
Yeah.
spot, and then
That works.
you'll have some good stuff to plan towards, and
Yeah.
I'll have a whole fighting tournament for the next
head
session.
up- you
Yeah.
head up to your room.
remember those two are together.
So that's the sleeping arrangements. You
Yeah.
two are
Yeah.
sleeping
Yeah.
together? You two are sleeping together?
Can I make a makeshift, like, bed in the closet and then just kind of set Chester up in the in the closet so that he just isn't in my bag all night?
Sure.
Actually, just before I close the bed, can I do like a dwarven lullaby? Just seeing as how, like, just to let know that I speak dwarven.
Okay. So you hear Little Arm, you hear Flair start singing in Dwarven to the Mimic.
I'm gonna let him finish his song,
Okay.
and then you speak Dwarven.
Oh yes.
Could you read this for me? I'm gonna give him that coin.
Okay.
All right. And I take a examine it.
Okay. And you look at it and you recognize it as like a family crest or seal, more of a family seal, and it does have some words written down around, like in a circle, like in the coin say like in God we trust.
Yeah.
And but this actually says in Dwarvish it says honor above all.
And you sure you didn't kill Ezra?
No, I took this from his house.
Probably good we're not there.
Yeah, House of White Knoll, honor above all.
Interesting. Why were you there to be exact?
I was looking for information. You see, I have this. I swear I didn't kill him to get
I'm
this.
probably the
It's
most good of all the players.
A safety deposit slip. Where it has the value.
No,
on it,
but I think you have the.
which we don't
You have
need
the
to
class for it.
disclose. But it's a number that makes me go,
Temptation.
Okay,
poof.
write that number down.
Yeah, but to say, you said the number like could be decrypted to something, right?
Oh no, it didn't have the value. It has a number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that number is what they look up against.
Oh.
Alaska.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't show the value of.
No.
Okay. So I have no idea how much.
Or what's in there.
Yeah, or what's in there.
It could be a love letter. Oh no, it's
Well,
given
what-
for value, right?
Yeah,
you get
but
money for it, yeah.
Works kind of like a
Pawn shop.
distributed pawn shop.
Yeah.
You go in, you need goods, money.
It could just be money that
Give it
you
all
give
to
in,
them.
and then
They give
you
you
a note.
basically
So
a
then
voucher.
anywhere else that they have these banks, you can exchange it
It
for.
works like the Knights Templar did.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Well, it is like some sort of family motto, like crest almost, like symbol, talking about how they honor above all.
Well, what was that other lady's name in the letters?
Which
That
one?
Other white gold.
Oh, what did I
think it started with an I.
Ilya.
It was like
Yeah, it was Ilya, I think.
I didn't write that one down.
I'm just slowly gathering like little bits of info that may get me into that at some point, and maybe next time I go in there, I'll actually, use my disguise kit.
Actually,
But
Do you have disguise self?
As you
no, I don't have.
The spell disguise
Oh, I
self?
do have disguise self, and it is always prepared.
Well, I think it's part of your domain
I'm
spells.
a trickster domain.
Yeah.
So.
now that I know that it was a dwarven family, is there any chance that I would have known about them or like?
No.
Okay.
No, they were prevalent in Bessa.
Okay.
You as you drift off to sleep, Lenora, you have this strange dream from the gypsy woman who read your fortune comes to you in your dream and is very persuasive and leans in to give you a kiss. What do you do?
I think my immediate reaction would be to say, Loki, is that you? Or whatever you're calling yourself today.
Today it's only us. There's no Loki here. And she leans in closer. She's incredibly attractive.
Is she attractive to me, though?
Very.
Damn, there's something supernatural going on there, because humans are gross.
And she kind of gets these cat-like eyes. And all of a sudden, you notice her hair is just kind of shorter. And it's more. She's looking more and more like it's vaccinated. Just incredibly attractive. Just a kiss.
I see. I didn't trust her to begin with.
Right.
Yeah, I went up to her in the first place to.
Yeah. You were just admiring her art.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna fall for this. I don't think.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna
Try and push her away.
rebuke her advances.
Okay. Bear with me a second.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you wake up and Chester's gone.
She's through the wooden door.
Make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Thankfully, my wisdom saving throw is +5.
Oh shit.
16.
You made it. She looks just very angry all of a sudden, and there's fire behind her.
Yeah, I thought that would happen.
Yeah. How dare you reject me? And you just all of a sudden just very, very angry. And all of a sudden, what was very attractive is all of a sudden very scary. You've pissed off a woman that really didn't want to be pissed off.
All right.
Probably a hag.
And we'll pick it up there when we come back.
Awesome. I love that. I wrote under my flaws, tends to burn bridges.